Okay, हमने कल I have just made little changes in the PPT. Okay for you guys. ठीक है. So we'll just brush up. So solid dosage forms are your tablets. You have capsules, powders, granules, which will ultimately be used in a liquid formulation. And the fourth picture, this one is your suppositories. Okay. So specified tests with respect to solid dosage forms, IPQC. IPQC means what? In process quality control. तो जो हमने tests basically देखे थे, वो सारे fragility, hardness, disintegration, dissolution. These are all your in process quality control tests. Okay, no doubt monograph में किसी भी pharmacopoeia में when you refer to, they will have these tests, but these are generally conducted in process, as in कि जब एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट फार्मास्यूटिकल प्रोडक्ट का प्रोडक्शन होता है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होता है, right from its point from the raw material till the tablet becomes and it goes for packaging, all these tests happen in between. That's why it is called in process quality control tests. Okay, no doubt disintegration dissolution tests are also, they are also quality analysis and quality assurance tests as well. ठीक है, वो हम पब्लिक टेस्टिंग लेबोरेटरीज में भी करते हैं, but we do not conduct fiability and hardness in a public testing laboratory after the final packaging is done and the product needs to be marketed. तब हम वो tests नहीं करते हैं, but we definitely carry out disintegration and dissolution tests. ठीक है, before the product is marketed further. So specified tests हमने देखा था friability क्या होती है and how do we carry out the test using the Roche fibrillator. Okay, थोड़ा instrument का हमने equipment का part देखा था and we had seen the limit for it. Next हमने hardness देखा था, what hardness means, how do we carry out the test. The tester is manual, even automated we have अभी. Then we had seen disintegration test. What does disintegration mean? And the tester, we had seen the time, the limit for both coated and uncoated tablets. फिर हमने dissolution test देखा था, कब करते हैं dissolution test, उसका apparatus देखा था, उस components and two types of apparatus, that is a rotating basket and a paddle type one. दोनों के बीच में हमने differences, बहुत basic differences हमने देखे थे. And this is another test that I wanted to mention is uniformity content. Okay, so every tablet, every capsule, ठीक है, उसका हम uniformity test content test करते हैं. As in कि if suppose you have a tablet and you need to check the contents are uniform or not, the API, the said API, the said excipients, binders are uniformly क्या बोलते हैं pressed. As well, every tablet contains the same kind of content which is uniform. And the same goes for capsule. Every capsule should contain the same amount of your API, same amount of your excipient. Okay. So किसके लिए करते हैं uniformity content? For single dose preparations that are suspensions, means the powders which are going to ultimately be made used for suspensions, single dose powders, granules for suspensions, solutions, syrups and oral drops. So ये जो suspensions, solutions रहते हैं, वो थोड़ी ऐसे ही बन जाता है ना. we basically हम लोग क्या करते हैं, we dissolve the API which is in a powdered form, or it could be in granules which we will be using it in the suspensions or our solutions. So uniformity content is checked for those powders and those granules. ऐसे individual units as per monograph, ऐसे as in what कि if you refer the monograph, हमने देखा था pharmacopoeia, right? We had seen Indian pharmacopoeia monograph. So उसमें if अगर तुमने ठीक से देखा होगा, so there was a heading said as assay, which would be done by HPLC basically. So you need to do the assay of individual units, as in for each tablet you're going to carry out the assay as per the monograph, whatever the monograph will suggest you, and then you will calculate the uniformity content using the given formula. वो भी तुम्हारी pharmacopoeia में दिया रहेगा, whichever pharmacopoeia you're referring to. Okay. Now this is a specified test in monographs with respect to solid dosage forms. ठीक है, वो tests क्या थे? They are basically IPQC tests, but these are the tests which are specified in the monograph. So when you open the Indian pharmacopoeia and you go to a certain dosage, like here I have taken the first dosage form, that is a tablet, paracetamol tablet, and if you read the entire monograph, they have given us how do you identify, उसका identification test रहता है to identify if it is paracetamol or if it is acetaminophen tablet. Okay, then we have tests for each. Okay, if you have to check the related substances present in it or the API which is present in it, they have mentioned how you have to do it with every step. There they have given to determine by liquid chromatography, that would be your HPLC or UHPLC. Okay, how to prepare the test solution, how to prepare the reference solution, what would be the chromatographic system, कौन सा column use करना है, कौन सा mobile phase use करना है, flow rate क्या होगा, what would be your detector. Okay, everything is mentioned in the monograph. Then the related substances, how would you determine it? Here it is given by thin layer chromatography, that is by TLC. Okay, what would be your mobile phase, what would be your, how do you prepare your test solution and your reference solution. ठीक है, so when you carry out the chromatography, when you carry out उसको develop करने को तुम जब रखोगे, तो you will be comparing your test solution with your reference solution. Reference solution तुम्हारा basically standard रहेगा, जिससे you will compare the presence of paracetamol or acetaminophen in your sample tablet. ठीक है, then they have also mentioned dissolution. Okay, so before the tablet is manufactured, is marketed into the market or sent out in the market, it will be उसका हम लोग पहले dissolution test करेंगे. ठीक है, तो कैसे करना है, they have mentioned apparatus number 1, which means you have to use a type O1 apparatus. Type 1 apparatus कौन सा था, the one with the basket. ठीक है, rotating basket वाला apparatus था. What kind of medium you need to use? So dissolution के लिए हम buffers use करते हैं, right? And for disintegration we normally use water, unless mentioned. Then what would be the speed and for how long? ठीक है, अगर तुमने देखा था तो disintegration paracetamol का 15 minutes है, right? तो उसका dissolution within 20 to 30 minutes हो जाता है in the system. That is why they have mentioned the speed of the basket would be 50 rpm, and how long would you be carrying out the test for? Just 30 minutes. ठीक है, and after you do the dissolution, we are going to do the assay using spectrophotometer. ठीक है, तो कैसे करना है, how much volume you have to take, what you have to do, कितने wavelength पर तुम्हें detect करना है या study करना है, वो भी उन्होंने mention किया हुआ है. Okay, and what is the limit also they have mentioned. Then other tests complies with the test stated under tablets. So if you refer the pharmacopoeia, there will be an entire section only for tablets. So what other tests need to be carried out? Okay, वो mention उसमें किया जाता है. Now ऐसे कैसे करना है वो भी उन्होंने सब mention किया हुआ है कि कैसे ऐसे करना है. And finally storage, so protected from light and moisture. This was example for tablet, which is one of the solid dosage forms. ठीक है, तो क्या, what was the reason to add this slide was so that you know what are the tests which are exactly given only in the monograph, which when you go to the industry, if you're in the QC section, ठीक है, QC department में if you're working, or in the QA department if you're working, if a test comes for you, ठीक है, कि ये batch का तुमको test carry out करना है. Okay, so you have to go and refer the monograph, the pharmacopoeia. It could be the Indian pharmacopoeia, it could be BP, it could be USP, it could be anything. So you should know कि अगर तुम Indian pharmacopoeia open करते हैं, अगर हम open करते हैं, तो what kind of tests you are expected to perform. ठीक है, this was for paracetamol tablets. Another one is for capsules. ठीक है, यहाँ पे example I have taken is nifedipine capsules. So what tests are conducted as per the monograph? If you see, it is very different from what was for the tablet. ठीक है, tablet में उन्होंने dissolution किया था, यहाँ पे dissolution नहीं किया हुआ है. ठीक है, तो what how would you identify it by TLC? उन्होंने mention किया हुआ है what mobile phase you're going to use, what reference solution, how to prepare, everything they have mentioned. The tests carried out here, उन्होंने uniformity of content भी उन्होंने किया हुआ है. क्यों करेंगे हम uniformity of content capsules के लिए? Because capsule का outer covering gelatin का होता है, and inside when you open the capsule or you break it, तुम्हारे जो granules या powders अंदर होते हैं, right? So to know that the correct dosage reaches the patient, we have to conduct uniformity of content, especially for capsules. That is why it is very specifically mentioned in the monograph कि you have to carry out uniformity of content. कैसे करना है उन्होंने वो भी mention किया हुआ है. Then other tests comply with the tests stated under capsules. Just like tablets का एक section है, the same for capsules. ऐसे कैसे करना है और उसका storage क्या है. So everything is mentioned in the monograph. What is needed or expected from you to carry out the tests to carry out, ठीक है, for capsules. Next is just a powder I have taken here, that is nitrazepam. Okay, so uska description bhi diya hai. If you have to identify it visually, they have mentioned कि it is yellow crystalline powder, it is odorless or almost odorless. ठीक है, so the first visual identification would be that if you get a powder, if you want to check कि ये nitrazepam है ही कि नहीं है, तो just to know कि है कि नहीं, you'll go with the description. But to confirm it further, you will go for the identification tests. So here they have mentioned around 4 identification tests. Okay. So you would carry out all or either 3 of the tests or whatever is mentioned in the monograph, and then you confirm that this is only nitrazepam powder. Okay. Then what other tests are carried out? Related substances and decomposition products are also mentioned here. Then heavy metals that might be present in the powder, then sulfated ash, LOD, that is loss on drying. Then you do the assay. Fine. So this was for the powder. So if अगर तुमने ध्यान से अभी तीनों monographs देखे हैं, तो there are very few tests which are very common, like identification होता है, tests होते हैं, and assay होता है, सारे तीनों solid dosage forms का. But there is a difference. Capsules में dissolution नहीं होता है, tablets का हम dissolution कर रहे हैं. Okay. Then post production. देन हम सिर्फ पाउडर का यहाँ पे हम लोग हेवी मेटल सल्फेटेड एश एंड एलओडी देख रहे हैं. दिस वी आर नॉट कैरिंग आउट फॉर टैबलेट्स और फॉर कैप्सूल्स. ठीक है, so that was the reason to take this, to add these slides so that you know or you get a clear idea what are the specific tests for each dosage form which is mentioned in the monograph. Okay, hopefully this clears the solid dosage forms and the difference between the IPQC tests that are carried out and the tests which are specified in the monograph. एक और बार बोलूंगी मैं. The IPQC tests are friability, hardness, then dissolution, disintegration, and there are many more tests. ठीक है, अभी भी they will do uniformity of content, uniformity of mass. ठीक है, these tests would be carried out, but that happens when the tablet has not yet been sent out for marketing. It is still not yet packaged. ठीक है, अभी तक उसका packaging नहीं हुआ है. It is just being made. वो tablet या capsule या जो भी पाउडर है वो जस्ट प्रोसेस हुआ है. ठीक है, इट हैज येट टू गेट पैकेज्ड, इट हैज येट टू गो इनटू अनदर डिपार्टमेंट. From there, it has to yet come into the market through distribution channels and reach the patient. That is why we carry out friability and hardness before the product or that particular pharmaceutical product comes into the market. बराबर, क्योंकि अगर टैबलेट फ्राइबल रहेगा तो वो जल्दी टूट जाएगा before it reaches the patient. If the tablet is too hard, it will not dissolve into the system of the patient. That is why those tests are carried out before the product comes into the market. अभी ये जो टेस्ट मोनोग्राफ्स में मेंशन किए हुए ये कौन कौन और कब करते हैं? बिफोर द टैबलेट हैज टू गेट मार्केटेड, यानी कि उसका पैकेजिंग होकर आता है. ठीक है, इफ आई एम वर्किंग इन अ पब्लिक टेस्टिंग लेबोरेटरी, so it the batch will come, say of 10 tablets का batch packets आएंगे मेरे पास, and from that I have to carry out my tests. 1 minute. यहीं पे पीछे विकास सर को बोलो, उनको हेल्प, उनकी हेल्प लेके करो. Okay, so yeah, where was I? I forgot. हाँ, तो मेरे पास 10 पैकेट्स आते हैं सी पैरासिटामोल टैबलेट्स के, एंड दैट कंपनी हैज येट टू मार्केट इट, यानी कि वो बैच जो बना है उनका अभी तक वो मार्केट में उन्होंने भेजा नहीं है. बट आई नीड टू कैरी आउट दीज टेस्ट्स एंड गिव देम अ सर्टिफिकेट दैट यस यू कैन नाउ मार्केट इट. ठीक है, तुम उसको भेज सकते हो मार्केट में. So I will carry out these tests which are mentioned in the monograph. So if we talk about paracetamol tablets, I will carry out the identification tests. I will carry out the related substances tests. Then I will carry out dissolution definitely. and I will do the assay as well. Okay, and then I will give them a certificate, a QA certificate, saying that your tablet is complying to all the limits and everything. You can market it. तुम उसको market में भेज सकते हो. ठीक है, that is the difference between the two. Hopefully it is clear. ठीक है, if it's clear, please mention chat box में mention कर दो कि yes or no. ठीक, so that I get a clear picture कि clear है कि नहीं है. कुछ डाउट है दोनों के बीच में तो पूछ लो. If no doubt, then type no. If you have doubt, then type yes. चलो जल्दी. Okay, ठीक है. All right, then we'll move forward. Okay, it's clear. ठीक है. All right, I got it. All right, so we'll move forward. Okay, now moving on to liquid dosage forms. ठीक है, अब तक हमने सिर्फ solid dosage forms देखे थे. Now we are moving on to liquid dosage forms. First, let's see the common types. First is the oral drops. ठीक है, like the example here I have given is of cholecalciferol oral drops, जो normally बच्चों को देते हैं. So the oral liquid which has to be administered in very small volume, so you use a dropper. ठीक है, if you have a pet in the house, उसको भी अगर हम देते हैं medicines तो dropper के साथ आता है. ठीक है, so there are oral liquids which have to be administered in very small volumes. That's why we use a dropper. Next is the cough syrup. The most famous is Benadryl, so I have taken that example. So cough syrups or syrups, any syrup you take, it could be your say maple syrup or anything. Syrup with a common base. It's a viscous oral liquid. It contains large amounts of sucrose along with polyhydric alcohols. That's why it's उसका consistency कभी देखा होगा है ना? It's very thick, kind of thick, ठीक है, but free flowing at the same time. Next is oral suspension. ठीक है, these are oral liquids containing one or more API which is suspended. ठीक है, the suspended solids may slowly separate but are easily redispersed upon shaking. ठीक है, तो इसमें क्या होता है, liquid as a vehicle use करेंगे. ठीक है, it could be any vehicle could be used to carry your API. Okay, तो उसमें क्या रहेगा, ये solids ऐसे suspended रहेंगे. ठीक है, they will not make a clear solution. They will just be suspended and they will separate from the vehicle. But when you mix it, when you shake it, they will come again. ठीक है, वो होता है तुम्हारा suspension. Next is your oral emulsions. Dispersions of two immiscible liquids or partially miscible liquids. ठीक है, तो immiscible liquids जैसे कि you can say oil and water. ठीक है, तो उसके basis पर वो लोग वो particular formulation बनाते हैं. They will exhibit phase separation but are easily reformed after shaking. So they will separate. उनका phase separation हो जाता है when you keep it with untouched for a longer time. But when you shake it, it will reform again. Almost similar to suspensions, but suspensions में solid particles होते हैं, इसमें emulsions में नहीं होते हैं because they are either two immiscible liquids or partially miscible liquids. Next है elixir. ठीक है, these are clear flavored oral liquids with high proportion of sucrose or polyhydric alcohols, and it also may contain ethanol. Elixir is very different from syrups. ठीक है, next is the oral solution. Oral liquids containing one or more API dissolved. Water is the most common solvent and it is optically clear solution because what happens is जो API हमारा solid form में रहता है, when you dissolve it, it will become a solution. So your oral solution is relatively clear than your suspensions. Okay. Next is your these are your injectables basically. So injectables क्या होते हैं जो हम हमारे body में inject करते हैं, right? It could be all your different routes of administration like your parenterals, है ना? So these are sterile solutions. Why they have to be sterile? Because you're going to inject it directly into the bloodstream, right? So or their suspensions of drugs in aqueous or oily vehicles for introduction into the body through injections or injectable needles through the skin. So these are your injectables basically. Now, specified tests with respect to liquid dosage forms, again we are seeing is IPQC, in process quality control. में क्या tests liquid dosage forms के लिए किया जाता है? So first is a visual inspection. ठीक है, since it's liquid तुम उसको just ऐसे ही visually देख सकते हो. So oral solutions are supposed to be clear and free from any precipitates, right? Since it's a solution, your particular solid dosage, your powder should basically dissolve into it, right? It should become a clear solution. It should be free from any precipitates. Suspensions, formation of flocculants or sediments, this should ideally not happen. अगर flocculants या sediments बन जाते हैं, even when you mix it, it doesn't redisperse. So it means कि for formulation में कुछ तो problem है, ठीक है? Emulsions का हम जब visual inspection करते हैं, the phase separation happens, ठीक है, emulsions में, and they are not readily reversed. Phase separation हो रहा है, ठीक है, but if I'm shaking it, it should reverse, right? But अगर वो reverse नहीं हो जाता है तुरंत, तो the formulation is having some problem, ठीक है? The same goes for oral solutions. अगर oral solution में precipitate form हो जाता है, if it's supposed to be a clear solution, ठीक है, तो that is prior to adding my flavors or color, food color additives, it should be clear. अगर उसमें precipitate बन जाता है या it is discolored, this means that either the formulation is having some problem या उसमें कुछ contamination, micro contamination हुआ है. Okay. The next kind is your phase separation. For this is carried out for emulsions. Approximate estimation of phase separation done visually and it can be measured quantitatively. अब visual inspection में हम emulsions का देख रहे हैं ना कि phase separation हो रहा है. So we're going to check the time, how long it takes for the phase to separate, both the phases to separate basically, and then we're going to measure it quantitatively as well. ठीक है? Then uniformity of volume. Since it's liquid, we go for uniformity of volume. In solid dosage forms हम क्या देख रहे थे? Uniformity of mass, uniformity of content देख सकते हैं, and yeah. So as far as liquid dosage is concerned, we will go for uniformity of volume, right? So we're going to select 10 filled containers, ठीक है, and determine the weight of each container. So what exactly in this happens is we are determining the weight per ml and we will calculate the net volume of contents of each of the container. So actually इसमें कैसे होता है ना कि for example तुम्हारे you're working in the lab in the public testing laboratory and you get eye drops as your test samples. तो छोटे छोटे ऐसी bottles होते हैं. So you have to first take the weight of each of the containers. तो हर pharmacopoeia में the number or the units may vary. जैसे कि अगर IP है तो 10, BP है तो 12, USP है तो maybe 20, depends. Okay. So तुमको बताएंगे कि इस particular test sample के लिए कौन सा pharmacopoeia तुम्हें refer करना है. So you have to refer that particular pharmacopoeia, open the monograph and check. So just roughly, we'll take 10 containers, 10 bottles of the eye drops, and we will take the weight of each and mention the weight. Okay, then what I will do is I will empty the contents. Eye drops hai barabar. I'll empty it nicely and again take the weight of the empty containers and do all my calculations and determine the weight per ml. Then again they will give you a limit कि कितना limit होना चाहिए, and if it complies or it's within that limit, then that particular test sample will pass the test या तो वो fail हो जाएगा. Next is pH. Definitely you have to check the pH of the liquid formulations, right? Especially syrups, since it contains alcohols. Then there are certain formulations for acidity, right? Liquid formulations for acidity, तो उसका pH भी check करना पड़ता है. And then if there are sterile preparations, उसका pH भी हम check करेंगे. Then droplet size. This is basically very specific for emulsions. Okay. So the droplet size is measured microscopically or electronically using a Coulter counter. Okay, so since they are in process, quality control tests, all of this happens in the manufacturing unit itself. उनके अभी now I am having my own facility, ठीक है, manufacturing facility है मेरी, I produce pharmaceutical products. So मेरे facility में, मेरे company में, I will have a separate department only for QA/QC. So those people will carry out all the IPQC tests. Okay, तो ये जो droplet size होता है emulsions का, वो लोग कैसे measure करेंगे? They will drop the particular formulation and they will check if the droplet size is increasing, कि उसका बड़ा हो रहा है, size बड़ा हो रहा है कि कैसे, ठीक है? तो the size quantitatively is measured how, either using microscopic methods or using the Coulter counter. Next is viscosity. Viscosity check karna is of utmost importance, definitely, because it shouldn't be too viscous or less viscous. It has to be somewhere in the middle. For every formulation, it will vary. So it is what is viscosity? It is closely related to the resistance to flow. And how do you measure the viscosity? By a viscometer. तो इमल्शंस रहते हैं, उसका विस्कोसिटी चेक करना पड़ता है, सिरप्स का है, उसका विस्कोसिटी. सो अगेन यू विल हैव सम लिमिट्स गिवन इन द फार्माकोपिया, and if it complies, the particular sample will pass the test or it fails the test. Next, a microbiological test. So it is important to carry out microbiological tests even for oral formulations, ठीक है, because ultimately we are going to consume it, right? So if your product is having is heavily contaminated with microorganisms, instead of having the intended action, it is going to have some adverse effect, बराबर? So how do we carry out? हम exactly क्या करते हैं? हम TVC check करते हैं. That is a total viable aerobic count. Okay, for the sample, for the said dosage form or the said formulation. So how do we calculate the total viable count? Is by doing TBC and TFC. So uska total is your TBC. TBC is total bacterial count and TFC is your total fungal count. Okay. Then microbiological tests में हम membrane filtration करते हैं. So we use the given or specified membrane through which we will filter the liquid dosage form, and फिर उस membrane का हम लोग आगे tests करेंगे. Okay. Then plate count methods and using the most probable number. Those who are from micro and biotech background will definitely be knowing about these techniques, right? नहीं पता है, or if you don't remember, please revise the techniques. Okay. Next are the injectables. Okay. अभी so far हमने क्या देखी थी? We had seen the liquid dosage forms with respect, these tests with respect to your oral solutions, your suspensions, your emulsions, and your drops. Okay. So ये सब उसके लिए था basically. I have made a separate slide just for injectables. So visual inspection again. तो तुम्हारे ideally your injectables will be sterile, right? तो वो पूरे sterile conditions में हम उसको check करेंगे. We'll go for the visual inspection wherein we will hold a particular container against a colored background or a white background. Why against a colored background? To check if there are any white particles, and why a white background? To check if there are any colored particles. That is visual inspection. Second is clarity test, to check particulate matter, right? It has to be a clear solution. Your injectables are ideally clear solutions, so it should be clear of or free of any particulate matter. ऐसे हो सकता है कि जब हम वो particular dosage powder जो रहता है, when we add it in the sterile liquid to make it an injection, तो क्या हो जाएगा? वो ठीक से dissolve नहीं होगा, थोड़ा particulate matter रह जाएगा. To check whether there is no particulate matter present, we go for clarity test. Next is pH. We definitely need to check the pH of the injectable. So we go use pH paper, or we will use the pH meter. Just give me a moment. ठीक है. Okay. So next is the osmolality हम लोग जो check करते हैं. So it is nothing but the count of number of particles that are present in the fluid sample. That is impossible to count all of the particles that may be present, but उसका भी limit होता है. So it is calculated or it is checked by using the osmometer. Next is the viscosity. Definitely we have to check the viscosity of the injectables as well. So again, we use a viscometer. Next is your leakage test. So basically when your injectable is prepared, okay, so it comes in those small glass bottles. अगर कभी देखा होगा, नहीं देखा है, तो you can refer the picture that I have added to the PPT or you can check it on the net. So छोटे से bottles रहते हैं but with a long neck, ठीक है, जो break करके we use it. Okay, so we need to check the leakage from that particular container, glass container. So उसका leakage हो रहा है क्या? That's when the leakage test occurs. So it is to test the package in integrity. कि glass का तो definitely बनता ही है, but when I store my injectable or my injection solution in that particular container, whether it is leaking from anywhere. So by visual inspection just ऐसे cracks को check करेंगे पकड़ के, does it have any cracks, कुछ कहीं पे टूटा है क्या, we'll do that, or we'll go for a bubble test, or we'll go for the dye test. Next is pyrogens. These are very important tests you need to carry out for to check pyrogens that are present in your injectables. Okay, the test involves measurement of the rise in the body temperature of the rabbits. So this is done in vivo. This is not an in vitro test. Okay, हम लोग test tubes में नहीं करते हैं. We actually use animal subjects as our test subjects. Okay, so actually what they do is they will inject that particular solution which is supposed to be an injection. They will administer it through intravenously, okay, into the test rabbits, into a number of rabbits, and they will measure the rise of the body temperature. Okay, it does not the dose not exceeding 10 ml per kg injected intravenously within a period of not more than 10 minutes. This is just a guideline basically. So they will check the rise in body temperature after the particular injection is administered intravenously. Okay, and then they will approximately extrapolate for humans. So ये it's a compulsory IPQC test. ये manufacturing facility में ही होगा. Next is the LAL test. That is the Limulus amoebocyte lysate test. Okay, so this amoebocyte lysate is a reagent, okay, which is extracted or it is taken from the horseshoe crab. Okay, I have mentioned it in the notes in this particular slide. So this test is done to detect or quantify endotoxins which are produced by gram-negative bacteria. So if at all my particular injectable, which is ideally a sterile solution, if by chance it was contaminated prior to packaging by gram-negative bacteria and they produce endotoxins, right? So those endotoxins are ultimately going to be harmful to the human system. So if I need to check the presence or if I need to detect or quantify, detect करूँगी यानी presence check कर रही हूँ, quantify कर रही हूँ यानी कि कितना present है. If I need to do either of them for endotoxins, I will carry out the LAL test. So there are three methods by which it is done: the gel clot method, the turbidometric method, and the chromogenic method. Each of these tests are very clearly mentioned in the pharmacopoeia. Okay, that's why I have not given it in depth to you. So definitely you have to refer the pharmacopoeia, okay, for these tests for your knowledge as well. Finally, sterility testing, which is really very important for injectables at least. ठीक है, तो स्टेरिलिटी टेस्टिंग में हम क्या चेक करते हैं कि जो इंजेक्शन का सोल्यूशन है if it is sterile or not. Okay, so there are methods like membrane filtration, direct inoculation in the medium, and carrying out TVC. Okay, so direct inoculation में हम क्या करते हैं, we take the most common medias, ठीक है, जिसमें most common bacteria or fungi will grow, like we take nutrient broth for S. aureus, Staphylococcus aureus. We can take thioglycolate broth for E. coli, and we can, that is Escherichia coli or enteric bacteria, and we can take Sabarod's dextrose broth for fungus like Candida albicans. ठीक है? Why Candida albicans? Because if at all, when the person who is doing the work, when if he talks or something, because Candida albicans is a normal flora of the mouth. ठीक है? तो कभी बात करते करते गिर गया तो ठीक है, so that is one reason for oral contamination. E. coli fecal contamination की वजह से E. coli could be present in your sample. And S. aureus because of your skin. S. aureus is a normal flora of your skin. So if I'm not using gloves, ठीक है, when I'm doing when I'm in the manufacturing unit of injectables, so मेरी skin से S. aureus could contaminate my injectable or my injection solution. That is why I'm using these three common media and these three test cultures. So I will just directly inoculate my injectables into these media and wait for the growth. If growth is seen after say 48 hours, 24 hours or 72 hours, then I will say that it is contaminated. Okay? Again, this occurs over a long period of time, like say 15 days. So वो protocol mention किया रहता है pharmacopoeia में, so you have to just defer to that. ठीक है, एंड टीबीसी जैसा पिछले स्लाइड में ही हमने डिस्कस किया, इट इज टीबीसी एंड THC, that is your total bacterial count and total fungal count, where you will do the serial dilutions of your particular test sample, and you will spread plate or you will go with the streaking on different media. ठीक है, for bacteria you will go for say Na, that is nutrient agar. If you're going for a differential media, you could be using what, McConkey agar, right? Or if you want to see for hemolysis, you will go with the blood agar. Okay? So whatever is mentioned in the pharmacopoeia, you will go for that. And for TFC, you will go for total fungal count, wherein you will be using Sabaron's agar. Okay? And you will count the number of colonies and you will calculate the CFU per ml. From the CFU per ml, तुम्हें पता चलेगा कि तुम्हारे sample में कितना है. ठीक है? So all of that is mentioned in the pharmacopoeia. ठीक है? यहाँ तक clear है सबको?
Yes, miss.
ओके जस्ट मैं ओके ठीक है किसी को कोई डाउट है इट इज अ लिटिल व्हाट इज अंडर LAL GN is gram negative बैक्टीरिया ग्राम नेगेटिव ग्राम पॉजिटिव माइक्रोबायोटिक वालों को तो पता है ना ग्राम नेगेटिव बैक्टीरिया क्या होता है ग्राम पॉजिटिव बैक्टीरिया क्या होता है शाइस्ता व्हाट इज योर बैकग्राउंड BSc बैकग्राउंड क्या है तुम्हारा microbiology na you should be knowing gram you know what is gram negative and gram positive right
Yes, sir.
okay so GN is just a short form for gram negative so it doesn't take much space in the slide that's why all right ठीक है okay so this is about the specified test in monographs with respect to liquid dosage forms. So first one is your injection, ठीक है, that is the nalorphin injection. तो उसके मोनोग्राफ में उन्होंने क्या टेस्ट दिए हुए हैं आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर API that is nalorphin hydrochloride in the formulation. क्या टेस्ट कैरी आउट करने हैं pH is very important. Other tests which complies with the tests stated under parenteral preparations that are your injections. तो उस particular section में क्या क्या tests होंगे उसे वो comply कर रहा है. Then you have to carry out the assay. ठीक है तो if you see monograph में क्या कितने से tests mention किए हैं and IPQC में कितने सारे tests mention किए हुए हैं ठीक है the same difference goes with the solid dosage form the same comes with the liquid dosage forms okay you should know the difference between the tests that are carried out in the monographs and in during IPQC. Next monograph is your eye drops that is your neomycin eye drops ठीक है उसमें क्या क्या टेस्ट है identification by TLC then they have mentioned the mobile fields that you have to use how to prepare the test solution the reference solution how to carry out TLC भी उन्होंने सब mention किया है then what are the tests that you need to carry out for the particular API detection of the API then for the related substances then other tests which come under the eye drops then assay storage and labeling, how the labeling has to be done. ठीक है? So very different kind of tests very clearly mentioned for both two different types of liquid formulations. Next is your oral suspension. I've taken the example of nevirapine oral suspension. So उसमें क्या क्या है उन्होंने identification बताया है उसका कैसे करना है by TLC. Then how other tests like pH synthesis suspension, related substances by HPLC. तो कैसे करना है HPLC में क्या chromatographic conditions चाहिए वो सब mention किया हुआ है. Other tests then assay again by HPLC. ठीक है? तो different or liquid formulations or dosage forms will ask for different kinds of tests which are very specific in their monographs. Next is oral solution. ठीक है हमने सस्पेंशन देखा भी सोल्यूशन है तो उसमें क्या टेस्ट है आइडेंटिफिकेशन अगेन बाय टीएलसी हियर देन अदर टेस्ट लाइक पीएच कितना पीएच के अंदर होना चाहिए वो भी मेंशन किया हुआ है हाउ टू डिटरमाइन द रिलेटेड सब्सटेंसेस बाय लिक्विड क्रोमेटोग्राफी what are the chromatographic systems and assay again. Okay, this I wanted to explain. This is just a way to tell you how to read or refer. Okay, so this is for I think 2.4.14. Okay, let me just go back. Okay, so if you can read this right here, यहाँ पे अगर तुम पढ़ सकते हो 2.4.14 ठीक है related substances determined by liquid chromatography. So how to do liquid chromatography और उसमें कुछ अलग specifications है तो you have to refer 2.4.14. So what is this 2.4.14? Is this you open your pharmacopoeia. This is a 2007 version. You open the pharmacopoeia, go to the general chapter section. उसमें general notices है, test methods है. Test methods के अंदर there are sub units or sub topics. So the 2.4 is your physical and physicochemical methods. You open that. So I opened it 2.4 physical and physicochemical methods. उसमें I go to 2.4.14 liquid chromatography. This is how you search for something in the pharmacopoeia. They will not mention page number या heading कुछ mention नहीं करेंगे. They will just give you these index units or numbers, okay, which you have to search and you have to search those numbers and then you will find the particular heading that you're looking for. So it's just an example on how you should be reading or how you should read the pharmacopoeia. Okay, so when you open this liquid chromatography section, they will tell you the different chromatographic conditions, the different columns, little explanation about what is liquid chromatography and everything. The same goes for others like TLC हो गया, electrophoresis हो गया, GC हो गया, CAS chromatography, how to check the pH values, ठीक है, then viscosity भी है, refractive index भी है, certain tests, okay, or certain samples will ask you to check for refractive index. So how to check refractive index? Just go open this page or this section of refractive index. वहाँ पे सब मेथड दिया रहेगा कि कैसे करना है, ठीक है? All right. Finally, thank you. This ends the unit basically. Anyone having any doubts in the entire unit? किसी को कोई doubts है? Chat box में
No, miss.
Okay, ठीक है. No, ma'am. Okay. Okay, so I'm just having a few assignments for you guys. Very basic, very simple assignments. ठीक है. तुमको क्या करना है? You have to read the different pharmacopoeias that we have discussed. ठीक है. Pick certain formulation. For example, take paracetamol. Read the monographs in IP, in BP, in USP. ठीक है. AP में भी पढ़ लेना, यूरोपियन फार्माकोपिया में कि क्या वैरी कितना वैरी होता है, लिमिट्स में डिफरेंस आ रहा है क्या, कुछ पर्टिकुलर टेस्ट्स में डिफरेंस है, एंड जस्ट समराइज. ठीक है कि आईपी में अगर फॉर एग्जांपल एक पर्टिकुलर टेस्ट मेंशन किया हुआ है लेकिन वो टेस्ट ईपी में मेंशन नहीं किया हुआ है तो क्या टेस्ट है, जस्ट समराइज इट. ओके, डू दैट वन थिंग, इट्स वेरी इजी. तुमको फार्माकोपियाज ऑनलाइन मिल जाएंगे. नहीं मिलते तो वो अलग बात है, बट यू विल डेफिनेटली गेट आईपी एंड यूएसपी, बिकॉज मैंने डाउनलोड किया हुआ है ऑनलाइन. ठीक है, तो आईपी यूएसपी कोई भी वर्जन चलेगा, जरूरी नहीं है कि लेटेस्ट ही हो. देन अनदर थिंग दैट यू हैव टू डू इज, एक तो ये मॉडर्न ड्रग का हो गया, ठीक है, वेर यू हैव टू रीड द मोनोग्राफ्स एंड कंपेयर एंड समराइज द डिफरेंट टेस्ट के क्या डिफरेंस है, लिमिट्स में क्या डिफरेंस है. दैट इज वन थिंग. ओके, वो तो उसने तो मॉडर्न ड्रग लोगे एंड आई वांट टू कंपेयर इट विद आईपी, बीपी, यूएसपी, ईपी, व्हाटएवर यू गेट. ठीक है. सेकंड थिंग दैट यू हैव टू डू इज, तुम्हें हर्बल प्रोडक्ट्स जो होते हैं या हर्बल फॉर्मुलेशंस जो होते हैं, you have to read about that particular medicinal plant or the formulation in IP and in API, that is the Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia of India. ठीक है, क्या डिफरेंस है दोनों में, यू हैव टू चेक दैट, बिकॉज आईपी में भी हर्ब्स एंड हर्बल प्रोडक्ट्स मेंशन किया हुआ है, राइट, एंड एपीआई इज ऑल अबाउट आयुर्वेदिक फार्माकोपिया. सो read both, refer to both the pharmacopoeias and check the difference and the similarities between the monographs for the same kind of herb. ठीक है, तुलसी ले लो या आंवला ले लो एंड सी, गो इन आईपी, चेक कि आईपी के मोनोग्राफ में आंवला या तुलसी के बारे में क्या क्या दिया हुआ है. द सेम फॉर एपीआई, उसमें क्या क्या दिया हुआ है, क्या डिफरेंस है, क्या सिमिलैरिटीज है, वो तुमको हर्ब्स के लिए या तुम्हारे हर्बल प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए लिखना है. And the first assignment is with respect to only modern drugs, where you are going to compare and summarize about IP, BP, USP, or EP. IP is going to be common for all. You can go with USP, someone can go with BP, can go with EP. ठीक है, तो दोनों assignments clear है, क्या करना है exactly? अरे बाबा हाँ कि ना, बोलो मत, एटलीस्ट चैट पे टाइप तो करके बोलो, हमको समझेगा कैसे इफ यू डोंट रेस्पॉन्ड. ओके, कितने लोग हैं, 13 है ना. ओके ठीक है. So I wanted to tell you guys another thing. Ki, okay, I'll see that off the record. Okay, fine. So the unit ends here, but you are having 2 assignments, ठीक है, which you have to submit by next week. आज 15th है ना, 5 दिन काफी है. So by 20th, I want both the assignments. ठीक है, 2001, 2021. All right.